Rex, so Josh and I were talking about that now that we're kind of putting a little bit of information out there. Um, that kind of opens the door a little bit because we've just since that last show, there's people reaching out and saying they appreciate what we're doing. We're 100% right. These are not just nobodies. They're saying we're glad you're doing it. They're saying, we're not been in a position to where we can publicly say anything or do anything. Good job, keep it up, or what have you. Well, we know that there's information out there. We know that there's things that's non-public, like what we're talking about. We know that there's data out there, and there's people that want to share things, but they can't or they're scared. So, Rex, you and I have utilized an asset to be able to enable the public to share information anonymously. So, do you want to take a moment and kind of explain that to everybody?
Yeah, so if you look down at the bottom of the screen, you will see the little snippet. Actually, it's under Josh down there. It says the outdoor news at protonmail.com. And so, Duke, you and I, like you said, have another podcast that we do mainly dealing with politics, and we've made use of Proton Mail, which is a freely available, completely anonymous source, email source. And so, if you have some information you want to send to us that maybe, for whatever reason, you don't want folks to know who you are, we would encourage you to go to protonmail.com, make your own free anonymous Proton Mail account. Don't put any identifying information in it. And you can send an email to us at the outdoor news at protonmail.com. We do get those, we do read them. And that way we can look into the information, and of course I'll share that, any of them that we get with Josh and of course with you, Duke, and we'll vet that information and take a look at it. But we do encourage that method if you want to kind of stay behind the scenes.
Now, Rex, now, that seems kind of with today's world. I mean, come on now. Somebody can go create an anonymous Proton Mail account and nobody's going to know who they are. What if they work for the government and they want to be a whistleblower? I mean, you're telling me that the US government ain't going to know who they are?
Well, look, I'm not saying it can't be tracked, uh, but the thing about it is with Proton Mail is they're based out of Switzerland. They follow Swiss law, not U.S. law, which is completely different. So that's why I say, look, if you're going to do this, make sure you don't put any identifying information in the email so that, there's no way we would know who was sending it, or could put two and two together. And, look, if you're really paranoid about it for whatever reason, go ahead and, sign up for the VPN service, sign in through a VPN that will help you be more anonymous and send it. There are ways to pretty much hide from anybody but an absolutely determined resource.
You got that right.